Okay, so I do this video so it will be both a review and an ASMR. I'll speak with a calm voice and I hope you will relax and find it soothing. So without further ado, let's start. Okay, so the movie is called Nightcrawler, and it starts with the scene of the main character as he steals metal and some other materials from a fence and a nearby public place in the night, and then a cop finds him, and he quickly attacks the cop and wins the battle. And then he takes the cop's watch and keeps on finding jobs. So he sells the materials to some guy, or he succeeded or not, but he did not succeed to start to work at the at the at the at the guys whom he sold the material to, and then he sees somebody who is photoing crime scenes and videotaping it. So he wants to work at this as well, and because it's not working at at somebody, it suits him well. So he starts this work, and then he starts to sell these copies of what he videotapes to the television. And there is another guy who is always before him and always better than him. So then he interviews somebody to come to work in his business with him. So they will be two, and then he speaks to the television woman who he wants to, and there is another thing that happened. So he also gets better and better in his business, because he is more of a risk taker guy, and this works well in this business. And he always shoves his camera where it's not allowed. So he does some nasty things to get his video footage. So then sometimes in the movie, the guy who is always better than him wants to take him to work with him, but the main character doesn't want, and he refuses very ugly in an ugly way, and the guy starts to get angry, and then they go away from each other. So then after a while, he found that he wants to start to be with the TV woman who he always talks with, but she says it is only a business meeting. So he comes to a rich people's house, and he photos a murder scene of some people, and he goes into the house, and then he sold the video for a lot of money. And the video is about some people shooting white people in a rich people's house. So then he gets to sell it for a lot of money, and he wants to promote himself. So he takes the name of the the business he called himself, like the name of his business, and shows it on the TV channel because he now can do it. And then cops come into his house and ask him if he has a tape of the videos without of the videos, but he then gives them a pre-made tape without the car that is getting out of the scene and the people who survived it. And then he searched online of the position of the car because he saw the license of the car, and he tracks the car, and he promises his worker that he will give him half the money because he needs now to get into an extreme danger. So they come after the car without being noticed, and the car then the people that did the murder then go to the restaurant, and then they start to eat, and they have a gun. So he called the cops, and there is a shooting. They shoot each other, shooting battle, and then he then videotaping it, the race of the cops with the suspects, and then when they arrive and stop the suspects, there is one suspect who is alive, and the car is upside down. So he videotapes him from afar, and he tells his worker that the criminal is dead, and then he says that he can photo him, but then when he comes close, he gets shot and died. His worker is dead now. And then when he is in an interrogation, they tell him he's now blamed for killing for the death of this guy, but nothing happens to him, and he expands his business, and he has more workers and more cars in his business right now, and he speaks to the workers, and this is the scene that is how it ends. So my take on this movie is that I see that all the guy who is in the movie is bad from the start, is sociopath or something, and I see that somehow he gets along with everything bad that he does, but I think this is not realistic. So, but in the movie it seems realistic. So, I hope you enjoyed it.